Title: When Moonlight Found You. In a land where the sky shimmered with two moons, and forests whispered ancient secrets, there lived a young swordsman named Haruto. Haruto was not just any warrior. He was the last guardian of the Veil of Spirits, a mystical boundary that separated the human world from the realm of forgotten magic. His life was simple: protect the Veil, trust no one, and never cross into the forbidden forest beyond the Silver River. But fate, like magic, does not follow rules. Chapter 1: The Girl Beneath the Falling Stars. One quiet night, as the twin moons glowed brighter than ever, Haruto noticed something unusual. A streak of light tore across the sky. Not a shooting star. Something falling. Without thinking, Haruto ran into the forbidden forest, breaking the one rule he had sworn to follow. Deep inside, where even the air felt alive, he found her. A girl lay unconscious in a clearing, surrounded by glowing petals that pulsed with magic. Her long dark hair shimmered faintly, and her skin seemed to reflect the moonlight itself. "Who are you?" Haruto whispered. The girl slowly opened her eyes. "I don't remember," she said softly. Her name, she later discovered, was Hori. Chapter 2: A Stranger Made of Magic. Haruto took Hori back to his small wooden house near the river. Though cautious, he couldn't leave her alone in the forest. Days passed. Hori was different. She didn't understand simple human things like how fire burns or why people feel fear, but she could do something extraordinary. Flowers bloomed where she walked, water danced when she touched it, and when she laughed, even the wind seemed to listen. "You're not human," Haruto finally said one evening. Hori looked at her hands, quiet. "I know," she whispered, "but I don't know what I am." Chapter 3: The Growing Bond. Despite the mystery, Haruto found himself drawn to her. They spent days together training, talking, laughing. Haruto taught her how to hold a sword. Hori taught him how to listen to the silence between sounds. For the first time in years, Haruto smiled without burden. One night, sitting by the river, Hori asked, "Why do you protect this place?" Haruto looked at the water. "Because if the veil breaks, darkness will return." "Then I'll protect it with you," she said, smiling. Something in his heart shifted. Chapter 4: Truth in the Shadows. Peace never lasts long in magical lands. One evening, the sky darkened unnaturally. The forest grew silent. Then came the voice. "She has been found." Dark creatures, shadow beings from beyond the veil, emerged from the trees. Haruto drew his sword instantly. "Hori, stay behind me." But the shadows did not attack him. They bowed. "To the princess of the Forgotten Realm, we have come to bring you home." Haruto froze. "Hori? Princess?" Hori stepped forward, her eyes glowing faintly. "Memories returning." "I remember now," she whispered. She turned to Haruto, tears forming. "I'm not from your world. I was sent here to seal the darkness. But if I return, the veil will collapse." Chapter 5: The Choice. The truth was cruel. Hori was the key to the balance between worlds. If she stayed with Haruto, the veil would weaken and darkness would consume everything. If she returned, she would lose her humanity. And Haruto— "I don't want to leave," Hori said, her voice breaking. Haruto clenched his fists. For the first time, the strong, silent warrior looked afraid. "I don't want you to go either." The wind howled around them. Time was running out. Chapter 6: Love Against Fate. The shadows attacked. This time, they weren't here to bow. Haruto fought with everything he had. Steel clashed against darkness, sparks lighting the night. But they were endless. Hori stepped forward. No, this ends now. Her body began to glow brighter than the moons above. Hori, stop! Haruto shouted. If I don't, you'll die. Tears streamed down her face. Thank you for showing me what it means to feel. Haruto ran toward her, but the light consumed everything. Chapter 7. The Silence After Light. When the light faded, the forest was quiet. The shadows were gone. The veil was restored. But Hori was gone too. Haruto stood alone. The river flowed as if nothing had happened. But everything had changed. Chapter 8. A Memory That Lives On. Seasons passed. Haruto returned to his duty, but something inside him remained unfinished. Every night he sat by the river, waiting, hoping. One evening, under the twin moons, the water rippled. A soft voice echoed. Haruto. He stood up instantly. A faint figure appeared, glowing, gentle. Hori. Not fully human, not fully spirit. But there, I can't stay, she said softly. But I can visit, sometimes. Haruto smiled for the first time in months. That's enough. She reached out. Though they couldn't truly touch, their hearts did. Ending love beyond worlds. Their love was not ordinary. It didn't belong to one world or one lifetime. It existed between moments, between reality and magic. And every time the twin moons rose together, Haruto knew, somewhere, somehow, Hori was watching him too.